HQ, this is Alpha. We have eyes on.
Let's just wish we get through today.
Previously on Hunted, 18 ordinary Australians went on the run across Victoria.
It's definitely not blonde anymore. Good for the country.
They're being tracked down by an elite team of hunters, former police officers, a forensic psychologist, and an intelligence team.
This hunter force has an incredible amount of experience and technical resources that we can tap into. They're not going to get away.
Starthy and Matt have stayed one step ahead of capture.
Welcome to your van.
Oh my God.
But the discovery of a coded message
Can I just ask you about this note you've got on the fridge?
put the hunters back on their trail
We're approaching the target. Mate, you're cleared hot to go into anywhere you need to go.
and forced a change in plan.
I think it's too risky to stay around here. We've got to do what we've got to do.
And as Karen and Brittany found themselves in the spotlight,
Oh my God.
a public tip-off led the hunters straight to their next capture.
We got him. We've got him. Stay where you are, Brittany. Fire it up.
Now, with 11 days left on the run,
Wait, who's that? Who's that? You got packs on.
just 10 fugitives remain. Can they evade capture?
Stop! You've been hunted down!
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. We could come to the operations table. Okay.
We're pretty much at the halfway point. This is where we need to dig deep.
We've got 10 fugitives, 5 teams still out there. It doesn't leave us very long. The test of us as being the world's best hunter team, which I believe we are, is now. It's right now. Nothing good ever came from a comfort zone, so keep pushing yourselves. I want everything you've got. Let's get someone in the bag before the end of today.
Yes, Chief.
Roger, Chief.
Let's get this done.
Robert and Jacob.
That's clearly a visitor centre. There must be CCTV footage there.
With pressure mounting, the hunters' hottest current lead is a social media taunt posted by policeman and hairdresser duo Jake and Rob.
I want to know what time that photo was taken.
Yep.
It's strongly suspected the pair are still in the area where the photo was taken.
We had a post on Twitter yesterday from Jacob and Robert.
You need to get the rings in.
It was Olympic rings and with the tag running rings around the hunters.
So they're taking the piss completely out of us.
Carter from Cyber identified that Olympic ring tower was where the 1956 rowing competition finished for the Melbourne Olympics.
It's on Lake Wendouree.
Lake Wendouree.
We were able to ascertain that that was in Ballarat.
Lake
So they would
Wendouree.
have
This is on Lake
covered by
Wendouree.
cameras. So we'll have a look at that, see if we can pull up the CCTV
Yeah, any
footage.
CCTV.
Trying to identify some accommodation where they might have stayed. I mean, they're unlikely to have gone to Ballarat for a day trip. All right?
All right, thanks, guys.
Alpha, this is headquarters over.
As HQ drills down on where Jake and Rob slept last night, ground hunters are combing the streets of Ballarat city centre in search of clues.
Alpha.
Yeah, go ahead. Still working hard in the background here, guys, to give you some more steers. We're trying to piece together what is happening as we speak. We're monitoring, looking at any historic activity that might be of interest. Fingers crossed we'll steer you guys in the right direction.
Yeah, Alpha, copy.
I honestly could not tell you where the hunters are right now. They haven't been anywhere close to us yet, so be interesting to see if they start to catch up a little bit after yesterday's antics. And the assumption would be that we're trying to get out of here as soon as possible. But really, we're making beds.
Jake and Rob have been staying at Ballarat's Western Hotel.
Bed making's apparently my forte. I think you did a pretty good job. Yeah.
In return for cleaning, landlord Dan has given them free accommodation for one night.
So Ballarat Station to Sunshine, Sunshine to Geelong. Very confident in our game plan at the moment. We're heading out of here on a train. We do have a great place to stay, and we've got a few big plans for the next couple of days. So
Yeah, so we'll leave our card with you and then you charge it just as we've left. That'll pull them this way. It's got $170 on it.
Buy anyone around.
Yeah, buy anybody around just as we've left.
Okay.
The boys gift their debit card to Dan to use in the pub later on.
I'll give you a bit of time to get out of here.
Yeah.
It's another risky taunt. Hunter HQ is notified of all transactions made on fugitives' cards.
So we've actually taunted the hunters a few times now. Coffee, Olympic rings, and now the credit card that we left for a lucky couple of punters to have a free lunch. As soon as that credit card gets used, the hunters are certainly going to be closing in on this area. So leaving quickly is extremely important.
Feed up the guys from across the road to come out for lunch.
Oh, beautiful.
So we'll shout them lunch.
Nice one.
To get as far away as you can.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Beauty.
Yeah, remember, keep your eyes open, mate. I don't want to miss them. They could be anywhere, they've still got time, so they could still be out and about.
We'll get them. And it's going to be so sweet.
We are currently, we've just left the Western Hotel and we're heading over to the Ballarat train station to get out of here, hopefully unnoticed.
It's kind of like chess with the hunters and the fugitives, don't you reckon?
Totally.
Also in Ballarat are fugitives Sunny Joe and Grace, who have been off the hunters' radar for their entire run.
This is, right now,
The game.
the fugitives and the hunters right now.
The Sydney-based friends have been roughing it at a local campsite for the past 2 days.
I also think, you and I,
Dark horse.
we're the dark horse.
Sunny and I are city people. We love going out, we love nice things. So what excites me the most about going on the run is to prove that we can do it.
Do you reckon they caught our decoys and they'll just like, how did they outsmart us?
Yeah, yeah, I hope.
Before heading to Ballarat, Sunny Joe and Grace left a string of fake hotel bookings in Moe, Morwell and Rosedale, intending to throw hunters off their scent.
The hunters, they're trying to figure out what's our move next. 100% Grace and I can win this because we've just literally left so many decoys. They're lost. They have no idea where we are. And that's where this comes in.
Okay, Sunny Joe and Grace. These two have been a mystery. We got anything, they have been phantoms.
Literally
Nothing.
off the face of the earth. Yesterday, we dispatched 2 ground hunter units to Morwell, but unfortunately, it looks like this was a false hit in that location. However, ground hunters yesterday done a sterling job in walking, covering miles, talking to people, showing them pictures, getting informants, giving them their number. Really good job. So if they do turn up in Moe, Morwell or Rosedale, we've got eyes and ears everywhere, and they will call us if they do turn up.
I just wanted to say that I have a note about these two. A lot of their obvious, information is deception to kind of set us off, so...
They've called about half of the hotels in these towns. They're just ringing around places, making false bookings to really just
Making
throw
a
us
lot of
off.
noise, yeah.
What do you think that they look like?
Who?
The hunters.
This. It looks like this. I think, and I reckon they're real like conservative and like, oh, I want to get them like little man syndrome. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I'm a little man
right.
syndrome. Like,
Right, now, any day without a capture is a bad day. Don't make today a bad day.
I reckon there's one really, really loud one that has a big mouth like that.
Don't underestimate anyone. Stay disciplined. Get back and find some fugitives.
I'm the hunter with the loud mouth.
We want one today.
Hunter, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
With plans now to leave Ballarat,
Another thought I had is that if there's not a bus, would you get on a train?
Sunny Joe and Grace are weighing up the risks of the local public transport options.
What would you rather, train or bus?
Bus.
Yeah, either way we do it, we'll get someone to buy the ticket with our money. Yeah. We disguise ourselves today. We get on different carriages, so we're not even together with our bags and stuff, like we're separated.
We were just wondering if you knew the trains, do they run to Geelong?
No, they don't.
Okay. Do they run to, what was that place?
March?
Yeah.
They do.
They do?
Okay.
Bacchus Marsh. Is that more like as big as town as Geelong?
No, nowhere near. So Geelong's probably similar to Ballarat.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe that's a good move.
That's-
What do you
I
agree with
reckon
train
we'll
to
go
that?
there. Yeah.
Chief?
Yep.
We've just got bank activity from Robert.
Yep.
Dating today, time 14 minutes past 1. The amount was $113.60.
Back at HQ, Jake and Rob's plan to taunt the hunters with a fake debit card transaction has just come onto their radar.
The merchant name's Western Hotel.
Sounds like accommodation to me.
There is accommodation if it's the one I'm looking at, Chief. 2-storey, typical country corner pub. We just had an update with Jacob and Robert. Looks like they've made a cash transaction the morning after they've stayed in the Ballarat area. Well, maybe we've given them more credit than they deserve.
Maybe.
That's a good
To
point.
stay at the same location they put a post up yesterday. I don't know whether being stupid or arrogant. Either way, it's a mistake. Jacob, we know, is a serving police officer with the WA Police. So it's really game on there. It's Victoria Police versus WA Police, and I'm sure we're going to come out on top.
Well, we'll redeploy the ground hunters. Please, any inquiries you can in relation to CCTV reception area or close by.
Yep.
Maybe the train station. If they know they've made the transaction, they would use the train station maybe as the quickest way out of Ballarat. So we strongly suspect at the moment Robert and Jacob were in Ballarat at the Western Hotel. I could still be in town, perhaps somewhere like the station. Team Alpha are on their way, and we're throwing everything we possibly can at this. We're sick of their social media posts. We're sick of their arrogance. Enough is enough.
Right. It's a plan. You'll have to go first.
Right.
And then I'll go after.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to organise the tickets?
Yeah, I can do it.
Unaware hunters are hot on their heels, Jake and Rob arrive at the station.
Blimey, Nicky. I don't know how to do this. I have to ask someone.
Yeah, Ballarat's huge.
Yeah.
Just a few minutes behind, Sunny Joe and Grace have also decided on taking the train.
Because a train track's a bit different to a road where if it's on a bus, they could just be following us from behind.
Exactly.
And a train station, we can also jump off at any stop.
Yeah.
That's not a fire.
Yep, just need pull.
I'm feeling good. We've got a little bit of time before this train leaves, so yeah.
Yeah, Reece, we're just deploying now to the Ballarat railway station.
Unfortunately, there's no way off the station up that end.
Sorry.
Yes, I do wish the train was here now because I'm shitting my dad. Oh.
Yeah, Reece, we're just deploying now to the Ballarat railway station.
On a hunch Jake and Rob are leaving town in a hurry, Team Alpha has arrived to search Ballarat Station.
Unfortunately, there's no way off the station up that end.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, I do wish the train was here now because I'm shitting my dad. Is that right? On the road again.
I'd be pretty good at this criminal thing, I reckon.
Right.
Not here.
No. Let's go back to the pub and have a look there.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, mate, we looked around the station. There doesn't appear to be any sign. We're going to head back to the pub now and see what we can find.
HQ received.
Now, do you want me to drive you to the train station or do you want me to pull up out?
Pull up out. Yeah, because we'll get change.
please.
Thanks, Linda.
With plans to disguise themselves before boarding the train, Sunny Joe and Grace have also arrived at Ballarat Station.
Thank you so much.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
At this stage, we have no devices. Put some pressure on to find out where Jacob and Robert have gone.
All right, thanks so much, Linda. Thank you, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Wait, who's that? Who's that? They got packs on. Yeah, race, urgent.
We have 2 persons, male, female, getting out of a vehicle, large backpacks, opposite the Ballarat station, mate.
We're just trying to get a POS ID from the photos we have.
Got everything?
Yep.
Let's get this up on the map, guys. Call him,
I
mate.
am going up on Ibis. You can go up on Michelle, please.
Okay, so go around here and we'll change.
Okay, yep. I'm pretty sure that's Sunny and Grace. Sunny and Grace.
Okay, look in the shade.
This is brilliant.
Tradie?
Huh?
Tradie?
Tracy.
Yeah.
I'll get Michelle up here, mate, as well.
Can you confirm Sunny and Grace? We're not even tracking those guys in Ballarat.
Yeah, Reese, we believe we have Grace and Sunny Joe. We believe we have Grace and Sunny Joe currently behind the BizNet building. It looks like they're getting changed.
Yeah, getting changed. Here, look.
What am I doing?
They're changing into blue work pants and orange high-vis tops.
Everyone on the street's checking you out.
Really?
Where?
Like people in the cars.
No one in the streets.
When you are ready, move now. Move now.
We are moving now.
Oh, Sunny.
Sunny, Grace, give it up. Your time's up. Sunny and Grace. Grace, your time on the That's one. We've got the other, Sunny, stop there.
Go, Sunny.
Sunny, your time on the run is over.
Hey, good work. Oh my God! Hey guys, how you feeling? It's David Craig, Chief Hunter. How you going?
Yeah.
Good thing.
We're great.
Out of breath. We're very happy that you came across our radar. I have to tell you, we were focused in on another pair of fugitives at the time, and it was really some luck on our part and some good tradecraft on behalf of the hunters that saw some suspicious activity going on in the laneway that gave you away, and they switched targets straight onto you guys and recognised you from previous intelligence.
Oh my God, so it was an accident.
No, I would say it was a well-executed accident.
Well-executed accident.
We feel really good about this capture because they didn't even intend on capturing us. They had no idea where we were. So we didn't fail in any way.
You know, they should have bought a lotto ticket that day, but instead they got luck by seeing us in the alleyway, getting change in these clothes.
That's all it was, luck.
Yeah, luck. So, because they look at us, city kids from Sydney that have no idea. Really, we played them. We literally played them. The hunters put us in the car and were like, should we be more sad? And I think we're so proud of each other that we're just like, we looked at each other and like, can't wait to smash a burger.
Sunny Joe and Grace's capture marks a turning point for the hunters, who still have 11 days remaining to find the 4 fugitive pairs still on the run. trail to one of them is still warm, as Team Alpha pays a visit to the Western Hotel to question landlord Dan about Jake and Rob.
Jason's my name, mate. How are you? Good to meet you. This is Michelle. Obviously, we're here due to the two people that were here. What did happen? Can you tell us what actually did happen?
Yeah, so at about between 11:30 and 12 o'clock, I dropped them down at the Mid Street in the centre of town.
And at any time during that trip or before that, did they give you any indication on what they might be doing next, or anyone they might know in the area that they might visit?
They made a couple of phone calls in the morning from a phone.
They had a phone?
They had a phone, yeah.
Did they contact you at all with their phone? Okay.
There we go.
Alpha team, how are we?
Yeah, great.
Very well, Reece, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, team. How'd the meeting with Dan go?
Yeah, mate, the meeting with Dan was pretty good, mate. He took the guys down to Lydiard Street in the centre of town. He also said they had a phone. They used that phone on 2 occasions, but he was unaware of the number.
Yep.
But he said they certainly had a phone and made a couple of phone calls from that phone while they were there.
Chief, I'm just trying to work out how we get this number. This is a phone or phones that they've got whilst they're on the run, reported by obviously the ground hunters then that they've used the phone a couple of times.
Yeah.
But a couple of things that we might be able to squeeze the number out is the request we've already got in for cell site analysis at the Western Hotel. And then if we also request site analysis at Lydiard Street, we could look for a match.
Yeah, 100%.
So there's a number of ways we can monitor phones. If we identify a location and we want to know what phones were in that area at any given time, we can assess the local cell tower or cell towers. That gives us a list of every handset being used nearby. And we know Rob and Jake have made calls while they're at the Great Western Hotel, but did they also use their phone in Lydiard Street when Dan dropped them off? If so, in order to identify their phone, we just need our people to find a match, one that was used in both locations. And when they do, we'll be on it.
Sounds like a plan. Straight away. All right, on it.
After a 3-hour train ride, Jake and Rob have arrived in the Geelong suburb of St Albans Park.
I'm pretty confident no one's coming, to be honest with you.
A friend of a friend, Neville, has put them straight to work in return for free board and lodging at his house.
The House of Rats?
We have arranged to do a little bit of work for Neville, who we're staying with. So we'll pull down his shed. Just add it to the many skills that we've developed over the time that we've been on the run. 250, 400.
We're both got 400.
Yeah.
Nev said he's going to pay us for the work today as well.
What do we do? What do we do with our moolah?
Can always buy another phone.
We'll probably also need to set up this SIM card.
So basically we've constructed a plan to chop and change mobile phones and organising a ride out of here.
Yeah.
That's going to be the best way to completely avoid detection. I mean, one slip up and we could, everything we've done could come undone.
If you want some more good news, Reece, we've got the mobile number for Robert. I'm going to put it on full intercept. Happy with that?
Yep.
Got his number.
Great work, team. Great work.
Absolute breakthrough. We've got the number now.
Loving it.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant.
We knew Jake and Robert had a handset. And cell site analysis, which shows they did use their phone on multiple occasions. Now we have their number, we can monitor calls and get a read on where they are next time they use it. Can we get full intercept on that number, please?
Yeah, so who do you
We've got to move quickly in case they ditch this phone. Jake and Robert don't know we have this, and we're hopeful now to be able to track this number and find exactly where they are.
Okay, so we'll just go around the fugitive table. Where are we currently with Puneet and Chris?
So, Chief and team, we haven't got much because they have been so quiet. We've seen Puneet use his network. From now on, we're going to be switching fire, so to speak, over to Chris, because we're aware we've got information on Puneet, but Chris is also from Victoria. He will have a massive network here. We're going to be looking at his wider community, trying to really learn about the Sikh network. They will be helping them for sure.
Good call. Yeah, perfect. Great.
The universe is looking after us. Thank you so much, Bobby.
We knew that as we ticked into the tail end of this, things would get harder.
We decided to come back here for the night with Happy Pudgy and Dungeony because it reminds me of being home. It just reminds me of being home, like honest.
While tantalisingly close to their own friends and family in nearby northern and western suburbs, Puneet and Chris have stayed almost exclusively with strangers, found through their community networks.
I did not expect this amount of support, but also I didn't expect it to be this mentally tough. So my life hasn't always been awesome or happy. You know, there was a time in the past where I was heavily involved with drugs. I dug quite the hole for myself. And yeah, I suffered really bad. Getting clean did mean that I had to develop a real level of mental fortitude.
Well done, bro. Going through those rough patches together and helping each other overcoming those obstacles. That's what makes him very special to me. I live with day to day, and it feels great that we have gone this far.
Junie, good morning, Baba.
It's the goodness of all these good people who are helping us. However, what we are planning to do is change our strategy. I'm still thinking it through. But for today, I would like to use another network to branch out a bit more.
Yeah, definitely.
So we can talk it through during the day. So I'm not sure how, but I'm definitely thinking of other avenues. It's about time we use some other helpers. The exit plan is on.
Okay, we'll move on to the next fugitives.
Chief Nicholas and Lavinia, they probably, looking at all of the fugitive teams at the moment, are the ones most under the radar.
This is why we got the camo tent. Where'd I go?
These guys are from wealth. They want all the fine things in life. They've got a wedding coming up. Should be easy to find them because they will absolutely be struggling to cope.
You lined it before you sat on it.
I wiped it.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. I'm actually gonna throw up.
The idea of like a drop toilet is making her physically ill. I went and this is her reaction.
That's not my reaction to that.
She won't let me go. I had to convince her to go. She told me that there was no toilet paper left because she didn't want me anywhere near it.
There's none in your bag.
You told me there was none left and we were all out of it.
Let's focus a little bit more on Nick.
Yep.
I feel like he's like a lesser known party. He may well have networks that we are yet to uncover.
Yeah, good call, Carla. We've got the measure of these people. I'm confident of that. We just got to remain focused. Stathy and Matthew, what have we got on them?
From a ground hunter perspective, we deployed Alpha up to an old abandoned church that is linked to Catherine, the known associate of Matthew and Stathy. We don't know if they were using that location, but there's a lot of items that have been left behind, laptops, bags, and that's what we'll be concentrating on today. Hopefully that'll lead us to where Matthew and Stathy are. It's probably around the local area and probably close vicinity.
Well, this was definitely not part of the plan. Leaving the church property, my gut tells me the hunters were the closest they've been so far. Yeah, been relying on ourselves the last couple of days and haven't made any contact with my support network for a while now.
We still feel like the hunters are on our trail. I think this whole sleeping in a tent business, each day it is getting a bit harder.
Watch the shit, there's shit everywhere around here.
I think just physically, emotionally, I'm feeling pretty tired right now.
So let's move to Jacob and Robert if we can.
Yeah, Reece, we got an absolute piece of gold hit just before. We've identified the number of a phone we believe Jacob and Robert have had since Ballarat. So we just asked for that to go live intercept to see if we can put this handset in a particular area of the state. So at least we're ahead of the game now, the first time we've been in front of Jacob and Robert, because we've been chasing them for too long.
That's awesome, mate. I mean, Jacob and Robert definitely going to be on the radar in the next 24, and they are on our radar now.
Ben,
Yeah.
I've just got phone records back for that phone for Roberts. These are the results.
Nice.
I'll send you the digital copy, Sam.
Thank you.
There is a lot of activity. A lot of it is internet usage. One incoming call.
Yep.
Because that means someone knows the number.
I'll do a subscriber check on that now and let you know.
Looking back at the phone records, we've got a phone call which is fantastic for us. They haven't had that phone for very long, so whoever's calling them, it's likely someone they're in very close contact with. Sweet.
Because we've got the subscriber back on that phone.
Let me get that map back up.
So we've got the cell tower, St Albans, and we've got the phone number that called in comes up to a man by the name of Neville, also living in St Albans. I'm really excited for this development today. The cell tower ping places them in the Geelong suburb of St Albans Park, but the incoming call from Neville gives us an actual address. Not only that, but the two locations, they marry up. We may only get one chance with Jacob. He's a very worthy adversary. He's a brother in blue, so taking this one personally, there's no time to lose. We've got to get our ground hunters in quickly.
Hey guys, we are on the trail of Jacob and Robert at the moment. Neville is confirmed as an associate of Robert, and Neville lives at St Albans Park, southeast of Geelong. We need to question Neville. Who is he? How do the boys know him? Is he a member of the public? Is he part of their network and all that good stuff?
This is our neck of the woods, mate. Old stomping ground, so yeah,
Perfect.
We know the area well.
I know, stand by, mate. This is the house.
Yeah. Oh, that was me. Thank you. Thanks so much. Oh, no.
Unaware the ground hunters are on approach to Neville's house, Jake and Rob are relaxing at a nearby cafe.
Oh, look at that. The Jacob Rob cafe tour.
I love it.
They've organised a lift out of town with a friend and are killing time until she arrives.
Ah, great, it's raining.
Woo!
Blinds are down, all the blinds are down.
We're keeping on the backyard. Neville, my name's Marco. Just here to have a chat to you about Jacob and Robert.
Who?
Jacob and Robert.
Right.
You don't know any of them?
No.
No?
So who are you?
So my name's Marco.
Yeah.
I'm here looking for two fugitives on the run.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know your fugitives.
Yeah. Do you know Jacob and Robert from WA?
No.
Not at all.
I don't know any. Oh, a friend's got a son down from WA today.
Your friend's son? Okay. What's his name?
I'm trying to remember now. She lives around the corner.
Okay. Happy to give her a call for me while we're here?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You right to come inside?
No.
No? Righto. No dramas.
Oh, Neville just messaged.
What?
There at his house.
We gotta go.
Walk separately, opposite sides of the road. What do you want me to do with this phone?
Switch the door.
I don't know. She's not answering.
Righto. So I've got pretty good intelligence, mate, to say that Jacob and Robert, they haven't been here. You know, I can imagine if they're fugitives, you're trying to hide them, you wouldn't tell me much.
Well, that would be right, wouldn't it?
Yeah, okay. So they were here?
A bit nervous there, mate, eh? Why are you shaking?
who are you?
I've got pretty good intelligence, mate, to say that Jacob and Robert, they haven't been here. I can imagine if they're fugitives, you're trying to hide them, you wouldn't tell me much.
Well, that would be right, wouldn't it?
Yeah, okay. So they were here?
A bit nervous there, mate, eh? Why are you shaking?
No.
They weren't here. So what was I right about?
Oh, I wouldn't tell you anything. All right, I'll see you later.
No worries, mate.
Okay, cheers. No worries.
Mate.
Sake.
That is peanuts.
Absolute peanuts.
I've definitely been in this house.
Mate, I just want to bloody...
He's lying to our face.
Squeeze it out of him.
Having reconvened at a second pre-arranged pickup point, Jake and Rob have an anxious wait for their ride.
We can't call anybody at the moment, especially off this phone. So we're just having to rely on the fact that we've made these plans and we're just going to follow through them.
It's going to be the longest hour of our life. My heart's pumping. I've got a lot of adrenaline at the moment. If the hunters come down, I'll be bolting out of here, that's for sure. No worries.
Bravo team, how are we, boys?
Look, we've just finished at Neville's property. We'll give you the rundown, but not too much, mate, to report.
When we arrived at the property, he wouldn't let us in the house, denied all knowledge of any fugitives,
Trying to just throw us off. I don't know what to take from it. We're just obviously pathing it up, mate.
Hey, boys, head back to the town centre for a look. We have a hunch they're nearby, so keep your eyes peeled, and hopefully I've got some good news once you're at the other end.
Cheers, Reece.
Yep.
Justin, how are ya?
With the hunter's trail going cold at Neville's,
Hi, Liz, how are you?
Jake and Rob secure their ride safely.
Thank you so much for picking us up as well, guys.
Together with her husband Matt, Liz has agreed to drive them 40 kilometres to a remote stables in Werribee, southwest of Melbourne.
Holy moly. That was the longest hour of my life. Every car that went past and it was, oh God, here they are. We made a few dumb mistakes with the phone, and right now the hunters have a pretty good idea of where we have been.
I don't see us wanting to use a phone for
No.
a little while.
I think we probably got a bit too comfortable. So this morning was definitely a wake-up call, and I think we've both agreed that we're not going to use the phones very much, if at all.
So you're going to be bored out here, right?
Next few days, we're going to keep our heads down and just hope that things turn out the way we want them to turn out. But I'm just thinking about getting to the next day at the moment.
Chris is incredibly well connected, incredibly well connected. We are up against it to try and find the individuals that might help.
Back at HQ, the task of penetrating Chris's vast network of family and friends is underway.
For me, it would be nice just to understand what's the most efficient, targeted way we can find the close associates that are most likely to help Chris and or Puneet on the run, because there's just too many.
Too much. Perhaps we can take the mobile phone records and we can have a look at the most frequently called numbers are.
Yep.
That's a good.
And that might narrow it down quite significantly.
Chris and Puneet have been actually annoyingly good at the moment. Not many traces that we found on them. They're local boys, they're very well networked. We need to work out exactly who the network is and who they're likely to use. After today's strategy meeting, we're now really targeting Chris. Who does he normally call? Mum, dad, sister, boyfriends, girlfriends. If we can work that out, we can get in front of them.
I feel like a sitting duck here. This is not an ideal spot. We can be cornered.
After over a week and a half of being hidden by strangers, Puneet and Chris are leaving the safety of the Indian community.
I don't want to get taken out like this. No.
They've organised the loan of a car to get them to regional Victoria.
What's that car?
And the home of a friend of Chris's stepfather, Jeff.
We're very comfortable using the Indian community as part of our support network.
But at the same time, another thing that we really want to work on is to surprise the hunters.
That's it. That's it. We decided to change our pace, to change our network, to change our locations.
Let's just get out of here, and then I'll put the address.
Along with the car, Puneet and Chris have borrowed a sat-nav system to help guide them to their destination in Harcourt North.
The navigation point.
This ladder thing, it actually doesn't work.
The cigarette lighter doesn't work, so our navigation system is unable to be powered up, which sucks.
Let's just get out of here, and towards the freeway, towards Bendigo, and then we'll figure it out what we're gonna do.
So we're chucking intel at these guys. So we're trying to align, I guess, your ground hunters plus tech support and cyber in the right space.
At HQ, hunters are proceeding with plans to closely monitor calls to Chris's inner circle.
You know, we know we want to hit Puneet and Chris hard. We've just asked for intercept on Jeff today.
That's correct.
He's a stepfather to Chris.
Roger that.
Puneet and Chris have avoided us for the last few days, so we're going back over some old ground again. And after running checks on Chris's phone history, we've identified Jeff as one of the people he calls the most. We now have full intercept on Jeff's number, so phone calls in and out, text messages in and out, and data. It's going to be we're going to need to ask people for directions and shit. These boys have been out there for a while now, and one of the things we know about fugitives that are on the run is when they're tired, stressed, or going off their plan, it is on, bro. They default to what they know. Well, I'll ask
It
him.
might help us.
No, all right, today's not working out, is it?
It's my guess that when that happens,
Good day, guys.
Jeff is the person they'll call.
How's it going?
And when they do, we'll be there to pounce.
Is there a possibility we can use your phone to make a call? Can we use your phone, brother?
Fine, yeah.
Oh,
You are a
legend. Absolute ledge. Thank you. I'm Chris, by the way.
I'm
Pleasure,
Puneet.
man.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Thanks, dude.
Oh, it's drawing. That's the number.
Jeff.
Who's this?
It's Chris.
Sure.
Yes, it's 100% me.
Watch every edge of your seat moment of the thrilling new series Hunted, with full episodes at 10play.com.au/hunted or on the 10play app.
Jeff. It's Chris.
Sure.
Yes, it's 100% me.
Unaware of the intercept on calls to his stepfather, Jeff,
Jeff, I'm a bit stuck because I don't have a navigator.
Chris has just called him for help.
You gave me an address before I left and said that I could maybe go there. It was in Harcourt North.
I think so.
Yeah. Can we use a navigator, brother, just to quickly see the address?
Sure.
Head east on Miller Street. At the roundabout, take the fourth exit onto Somerville Street.
Sim,
Yep.
we've just got some pretty important intel.
Yep.
It just says here that we've been notified of a virtual phone intercept update. There's been a phone call made to Chris's stepfather, Jeff.
Boom. Great stuff. Nice work, mate.
Date was today, time 14:09. Number involved belongs to a man named Forrest. I will send you the details now.
I'll just give him a ring.
Why not?
What do you reckon?
Pick up the phone, see how you go.
Brilliant.
I like it.
Finally on the road to their contact in Harcourt North, Puneet and Chris are reflecting on the risk they've taken using Forrest's phone.
I don't know why I didn't like making him a call. Because if they call him and they find what we searched on the Google Maps, then they have this address.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Right now, we're going to go to my dad's friend Chook's house. I think we've been a little bit compromised in this area, so we may not stay here. We might just see if we can use a phone.
Okay, 250 meters only. Wait then, on the left.
All right, how do we get in? That's the question.
It's just 2:30. All right, let's just think. Okay.
Hello? Hi there. I'm Chris. How are you? Do you remember me? Oh! Wow, you got quite the view here.
Hi, I'm Puneet.
Hey, mate. This is my friend Puneet.
Puneet.
Oh, okay. Puneet.
Do you need to stay here?
Well, that's what we're sort of working out at the moment.
We were thinking of staying here, sir, but we're just unsure whether our location is being compromised or not, because we had to make a call from an unknown number in the street.
We're in a bit of a spot at the moment.
Hello?
Hello, is that Forrest?
Yes.
Yeah, g'day Forrest. My name's Graham. I'm ringing from Hunter headquarters. How are you?
Good, thank you.
We just received some information that you may have some contact with Chris and Puneet, who we're looking for.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, can you tell me about that?
Well, 40 minutes to an hour ago, I was waiting at the bus stop and they just rocked up and asked to use my phone. Then used Google Maps to find somewhere to go, I think.
Okay. Are you able to see where that was on your maps, where they searched?
I can have a look for you.
Yeah, if you don't mind, mate, that'd be interesting for us.
Yep. Ford Road, Harcourt North.
Loving it. Great stuff, guys.
Great stuff.
That's really good for us. So you've only just literally met them at the bus stop?
Literally an hour ago, yeah.
Yeah, absolute breakthrough just now. This is great news. I had a hunch they'd make a mistake like this, and that's exactly what they've done. Now we believe we have the address where Chris and Puneet are headed to tonight.
You don't like the idea of staying here?
I don't know, bro.
Neither do I.
I don't know.
I feel a little bit exposed, to be honest.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because this didn't go as per plan.
He didn't like that.
Yeah, so ask Uncle if he's got a better plan in this area for one night.
No.
Bro.
Yeah.
Go ask, please. You don't have enough time.
If you were in my position, what would you do? Our options are to either stay here and potentially be at risk of the hunters showing up.
If you suspect that they are compromised and they may know your location, then you've got to move.
Yeah.
I've got a mate here that's on the other side of Bendigo. He would definitely put you up.
If that's an option. It is an option, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let me just do this.
Yeah.
All right, team, Delta. I need you to cordon, contain, and then capture the fugitives, Puneet and Chris.
Let's do it.
Bravo team, I need you guys in a position where we can effectively do a cut-off. ETA in 23 minutes. Yeah, roger that. We're not going to go in light, we're going to go in heavy. Definite intercept. I want these guys today.
Team, this is some breaking news and we are red hot on the tail of Chris and Puneet. I'm really confident on this information. This is live intel. We're only 40 minutes, 50 minutes behind them. So if we push our units up to that area, lock it in, we've got another chance at a capture. A breakthrough like this is such a lift for everyone. It really gives you that buzz. Until now, Chris and Puneet have been highly elusive, and all of a sudden it's turned on its head and we're really close to a capture.
Righto team, just remember, once we get out of that vehicle, I need running commentary. That means you need to let me know what you're doing when you're on the ground.
The best thing we've got here with two teams is an ability to set a trap.
All teams, please go on radio silence. We have a capture underway. Righto team, just remember, once we get out of that vehicle, I need running commentary. We're not going to go in light, we're going to go in heavy.
Just minutes from a potential capture, hunters are closing in on Puneet and Chris's hideout in Harcourt North.
Time out.
Okay, 22 minutes out.
Let's get a capture there. Delta, let's get it going.
Rhonda wants these two, boss.
I want these two
She
so
wants
much.
them.
Okay. All right, mate, no worries.
Aware their location's been compromised, Chuka, a friend of Chris's stepfather, is trying to find somewhere else for the boys to stay.
He's away for 2 weeks and he's got a house sitter who he doesn't really know all that well.
Right.
So he said, no, it wouldn't really be an option.
Yeah, okay, understood.
You want to call Peter and Caroline?
But we've got
It is
people
home.
up the road here.
It is here.
Would that be something that you...
Yeah. The only thing that we think is compromised is this address, because if they make the connection between Jeff and you, or if they've heard the phone call.
Yeah. You good to go, team?
Good to go.
Righto, let's wheels roll. Let's get this done.
We're pretty much there.
Roger, let's go.
Hey, g'day, Stephen. It's Graham. We met the other day. There's a friend of ours. He and a mate of his are being pursued, and we're just wondering if you've got a shed or something like that they might be able to sleep in. Now, I know this is really strange, but would that be something that you might be interested in helping us out with?
This is Bravo. We're just circling in the top of the property.
First to arrive on the scene, Team Bravo starts sealing off the surrounding area,
That's the driveway.
So that's the driveway there.
while Team Delta coordinates entry from the front and rear simultaneously.
We're about to get out, boss, and hightail up to the bungalow. Kelly will drive around the front.
Righto, Delta team, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it moving.
Can't see much from here.
I'm going to drop you at this fence line.
We're going.
Rhonda's out. Rhonda's out on foot, boss. We're going up to the house. There's people inside the house.
Cover the rear, Rhonda.
Rhonda, get around to that rear. Please get around to that rear.
Nervous.
Hello. What do you know about Panish and Chris?
Sorry?
But there will be 30,000 people at this festival.
In the parade, over.
We know who you are.
We need to be as incognito as possible.
We're not women.
We know what you want.
Bar's not exactly.
We're dark with no money.
We have eyes absolutely everywhere.
Get Bravo into the chopper.
That will tell us who's going to and from the property.
Team, we have grown overhead.
We have skills and technology.
Get the footage enhanced to see the number plate.
Get telematics up. We'll get live tracking.
We have an identified ping.
that make us a nightmare for people like you.
These calls are being monitored.
Come to the house website.
They're here.
We are being compromised.
My heart's racing. We go on the run. Yeah!
Give yourself up, mate.
We will hunt you,
Go on over the back fence.
The fugitive is on foot.
and we will find you.
I cannot be caught in this outfit.